Ladies and gentlemen, there is a developing story that sometimes have baffled me big time. I think this story I've heard it several times, and it's a story that really made DavyJnr so livid. The story is coming up again, but I'm having a question. Why shouldn't it's Gintu and the new adopted family, that is Matiko's family, just leave Dancing Grandma alone? Why now all this kind of shenanigan that they're now claiming? You know, it's a story that really baffling me.
Mr. Watt for himself gave out 8 cows. The brother to him, who was Chachari Hawk, which is Mama Felista, is it Mama Felista's husband, gave out 1 cow. So the total of 9 cows. They went to the dancing mama.
At one point, he said that Dancing Grandma is a cursed one, that she cannot even attend the family meeting just because of his past behavior, of which we are yet to reveal, as per the naysayers. They are not true. I don't know the whereabouts about it, but it's good to touch about them so that we ask genuine questions going forward. But you know, there is also a developing story that DavyJnr also was dragged into the picture, and DavyJnr was dragged in a manner that being accused of an abduction threat. Let's dive in straight away.
I don't have that much money. I know when someone tells you that he can use 1 million, I've never even hold that amount, that he can use that 1 million for me to vanish from this village. Yeah, to vanish completely. You can see that is kind of abduction, and that one is going on to Kenya. And even the way I'm saying, I'm at risk, so I'm walking uncomfortable.
That is now Gintu and Mukami have decided to accuse DavyJnr of abduction threat. I really consider such kind of information to be repugnant, information that's seriously and hogwash. The question that I need to ask them, why haven't they reported the issue? Why are they bringing the issue in the face of the camera? Your answer is as good as mine. And you know, one, the issue of donation. First of all, you must appear so sympathetic. You must appear so weak and so vulnerable that you cannot help yourself. Then drags DavyJnr's name into it and pretend that you're being threatened by DavyJnr. If you're saying all this DavyJnr told you, why haven't you gone to unreported? Because you know these things are vague. Because you know you'll be required to say at when. Because police doesn't deal with the hearsay. You must go with an evidence. So this scenario is a video that's now Gintu is using Mukami family squarely to mint money, squarely, and also to issue threat. Now Mukami has been adapted to one of the mouthpiece of Gintu to send a message to DavyJnr. That's why he must be tagged all along. So guys, there are a lot more stories that are coming in at the progression stages of the video. So if you're here, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I put a video, YouTube shall notify instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in straight away after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. Guys, there is serious allegation that Dancing Grandma name has already been brought into the issue that are coming forth in this YouTube street. The Matiko's family and its Gintu are hell-bent of framing Dancing Grandma, to the point of now they want back their cows. They want back the cows, attuned to 9 of them, that they think Matiko's father gave as a dowry to Grandma's family. And I must say, these things are hogwash, a story that are just being concocted. But what really caught my eyes is to the level of laziness and to the level of contemptness Gintu have sunk low to go and decide and accuse Grandma of the unthinkable. And if this story, if this story is true, therefore Grandma did a good job. Let's go straight away and watch it.
So I've not understood. I want it to be said in English.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me be open. Whatever that is, it is. This does grandma.
So I want you to explain the point of your uncle here, Mr. Watford. He's saying he doesn't deny he married to the dancing mom.
Yeah.
But now, because of
okay, she came and denied. She came and denied that my uncle that is a thief, and they burnt
the whole home.
Yeah, they demolished.
No, they burnt the home down.
Yeah, they demolished everything down.
It was grass attached.
Quite unfortunate. I must commend the dancing grandma if the story is being spoken in that video is true, because that is the good job that dancing grandma did. In this world, we have got no space for the thieves. We have got no space for cattle rustlers. You must be dealt with scathingly. Therefore, grandma Congole, if you really did that, and actually it's confirmed, because I don't know, because you cannot believe these people's story. Therefore, that was a good job done. Is it the first time Matiko's father is being accused of theft? No. DavyJnr found him in his farm, in DavyJnr's farm, while he was stealing the banana. It was captured on a camera. He apologized and agreed, and DavyJnr just left him. What if at all DavyJnr decided to take him to the police? It would be a story issue to vex about that DavyJnr families are using money to haunt the poor people in the village. Then it was an issue of a theft. Therefore, there is a precedence of theft. And a story that is having it there, that this man used to be the member forming the gang of people who were doing castle wrestling. He was one of them. Then at a point where the Korean community and the elder, they used to have a very tough chief who was doing away, he wanted the community to do away with this castle wrestling mentality, to stop it. But the Watford was hell-bent of practicing that kind of primitive culture that was long left. That was the onset. Therefore, what happened? The story is being told that Watford had cows. The cows never belonged to him, but the cows belonged to the dad. Then, Watford decided to dispose a cow to a person called the brother. Then later when the cow was sold, then the cow developed feet, the cow disappeared. But being that there's a precedent of Watford being involved in a cattle wrestling and being one of the thieves within the community, and his name was in the list of the chief, being one of the member of the gang who are cattle wrestling and stealing cows within the community. Therefore, there was a chief baraza, a meeting that was chaired, and majority of people were summoned to appear at the meeting. The Watford decided to stay away. Then we are being told the grandman, the dancing grandman was in the meeting and attested to the fact that indeed Watford, the Matiko's dad, is a thief, is the one who stole the cow. That's according to their story, not according to Zach's version. Therefore, on that the intelligence around and the vigilante also had an information that Matiko's dad, who is the Watford, who is a member of this gang, really has been committing atrocity in as far as cattle wrestling is concerned. Therefore, what happened? Matiko's family, by that time Matiko wasn't born yet, they were raided by the chief. Their house and homestead was stormed, burnt down to ashes, and everything was brought down to the tails. This is explaining the grudge that they're having with dancing grandma. That they're now telling us the grandma is never allowed to attend the family meeting just because of advocating for the Matiko's dad house to be burned. Not advocating for telling the truth that this guy is a thief. If the issue of theft, that one we can explain because DavyJnr found him stealing. Was it the grandma who burnt the house? No, it was never the grandma who burnt the house. The person who burned the house is in the video, and Gintu explained it, and it was said below.
Our absolute thing is, when all this kind of the scenarios are happening, they have talked about the history says there's this kind of the chief who was that kind of the era time. He was doing the raiding on people's property and burning down people's property, including Mr. Watifor's home was burnt completely to ashes.
Yeah, exactly.
The story you're being told that there's a chief. A chief is the one who lead the group of vigilante, and the people storming Watford house and homestead and burnt it down. Burnt it down. Not on the allegation, on a fact that Watford family was thief. And at that time, where was Watford? Watford had been tipped that is being looked for, and he had disappeared. If he wasn't a thief, he would have attended the meeting. If he wasn't one, he would be present at home, but he would have been lynched and deleted. That's why he escaped. That one has really marked the journey of enmity between the two. That's why they are not breathing. But there is one question I'm asking. If it's Gintu and the Watford family, the Matiko family are claiming that the grandma plus the Mukami, the grandma is cast, is unwanted into the family where he was married to, that's the Matiko family, or the Nyangokos family. Why are you still hell-bent of claiming her? You don't want her because it's a curse. You don't want her because the family and the clan he comes from doesn't want her. Now she's living her life. Her life is being restricted back by DavyJnr. Why are you hell-bent? Why do you want her back? Why are you still claiming her? That's an irony I'm pinpointing around. And that's why I'm telling you, all these kind of stories that is coming out is just hell-bent of destroying the image of grandma. Either DavyJnr to stop, or the donor to stop, or to make her appear so bad that people can stop supporting him. But DavyJnr plus the donor and the people of goodwill, with all other kind of story, because grandma is not a captive of the past history. It's not a captive of the history that was made a long time ago. That kind of history cannot define you. The moment is like we are on a progression trajectory. People are never stagnant that I used to do this, I used to be this. We move forward with our issues going forward. So whether you bring forth all those kind of issues, it doesn't matter. What matters herein is the development and the new grandma that we are seeing, and the progressive nature of a grandma. This is a woman you've neglected in all these kind of years, and this is a guy that you guys really written off even in your clan. Now its life is being restricted back, therefore you are claiming her. Including Mukami, who is saying that these people, they used never to go there. Just the other recently, Mukami was found by DavyJnr while requesting grandma food to eat. Food. That one tells you something. It tells you something. From there, another shocking story is Gintu promises with the wicked donor of building houses to Matiko family is like never coming to pass. All the donors' phones has been switched off. And the Matiko's family, we are being told, they've come so impatient and now questioning. It's Gintu why things are not coming forth, why things are not materializing. This one, if they're not looking into far, they're just looking next door. That Murimi was just promised the other day, and the donor came, and Murimi with Max 1 have started constructing Murimi houses. This thing is bringing jitters. If you want to know is the truth, look at the activity of Gintu. Gintu now is buying time and preoccupying doing content with this family. And now the focus has shifted to Murimi, not to Murimi, not to Matiko, but has shifted to Mukami. Because he just want to buy time to do all the shenanigans, while that US lady, Donna, has went into oblivion, has went and escaped to the thin air, phones never picked. Later, when Gintu calls, phone is blocked. That's the story we're hearing, whether it's true or not true, but this is what I'm contemplating. The recent activity is when Gintu now have left and tagging along Matiko everywhere walking, and to give hope back to Matiko is to go and buy goats to Mukami's family.
We had to select this one. I don't know if you can say something about it, maybe.
Let me say something. I say thank you so much for the one who brought this one for us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. May God bless him or her. May God bless him
abundantly. And one thing is they're not conditioned. And they are for the boy.
The boy?
Yeah. Okay. And mostly I saw to empower young people who are growing. It's more better than empowering the father who is already a grown-up. Yes, exactly. So let me empower the people who are growing to make sure that they're going to be understanding what is tomorrow. And I think he's going to be getting to Form 4 as I was telling him. Yes. And maybe next year, as going to be finishing, I think this one, it will have already done the necessary delivery. Yes. And again, whenever it's going to be now getting the grazing and grazing, this one will be a bit larger and it will just do the necessary again. Exactly. You understand the language I'm using?
Yes.
They are laughing. So Buddha. Mtoto analia. Exactly. So guys, we are here to make sure that we are supporting ourselves and supporting the family, and feel free, no condition. Yeah. Do what you want to do. Whatever he wants to do, because it's his. Yeah. And whatever he talks about, maybe the fee next year gonna be a problem. Yeah. And it has already bared, and you see it has bared some good results. And he can talk about, let me do this for them. So it's not like we are insisting like they should be there for him to do whatever. Any problem that arises, they can sell it and they can just get it. It's better to have it and see, because that is money. That's like an M-Pesa. So every day you wake up, you say, my M-Pesa is ringing. My M-Pesa is there. So you can do whatever necessary. Let them graze. Let them graze. Yeah. No problem.
That is the activity that Gintu have decided to do. Copy-pasting DavyJnr's work. Copy-pasting DavyJnr's charity. We have no problem. You can help these people. As what we are doing, we are unearthing things that are so suspicious. What has happened to Matiko's family being built a house? I have to speak to this issue. The issue of Gintu opening it up, that DavyJnr being misunderstood in his quest that giving condition. The condition was being given that anytime you want to restrict back life from the people who are so irresponsible, the people who are drug addicts, you don't give them money on their hand. If you give them goods and money, therefore you have to give them restriction, what they have to do and what not they have to do. But opening up, that telling these people, I'm giving you that a condition, it's like opening all this issue to always these people to be lazy and to make these people sell everything just to make DavyJnr look bad. It's not about the issue of making the DavyJnr looking bad, but it's about an issue of always minting a lot of money from the donor. The next thing that will happen is this family, they are going to sell these goods, awaiting the next donor to donate. Well, the picture of DavyJnr was to build up a holistic approach, economic approach, that these people can stand for themselves and fend for themselves. You know, a family that is of addiction, if you don't put restriction, the best of thing that you will be donating it, donating it. Not every problem and challenge that's happening within family worth selling or disposing goods. Others is just a mere good work. You go to a construction site, work, you get the daily meal, does not warrant you to sell house item for you to solve them. Because once you start selling house item, there's addiction in it, you will be selling even your beds. It's a picture that these people never understood. Guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.